I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is October 22nd, Wednesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So we got a bigger retrace, obviously, right? So keep in mind, you got to understand that you have to understand the options here, right? So even when I made this example on the 20th, right, we said the example of pushing back. Okay, forget the fucking, I gave two examples here, either pushing up above here or selling from here. Okay, whatever. Point is that we ended up selling from here, right? So forget this. And the example that I'm giving, in general speaking, obviously we can come back to the open of the week, right? I'm not clueless to the range of this low to this high, right? Reaching a -2. So, and then we had a daily imbalance here, right? Excuse me. So you have to know the understanding and the options. It's not just, as cut and dry as I might make it seem. But here, as you see, we ended up sealing that bitch and we came lower. Where did we come? Take a look. See this guy right here? All right, so when we did a reverse right here, right? Expansion and expansion. And then we're consolidating, we're kind of higher high and higher low. Look at this high, and then we come back down, higher low, that dirty low. Remember that? Then we push up for a new high right there. You see that? You see that on the 1 hour, right? See how we push up for a new high right there? And then we retrace back right there. Right now, you have direction, and anybody who's a decent trader can catch that. So why do you think, and then it's pretty much pushing up all the way. Why do you think they came all the way deeper? Now, I also, if you're paying attention and there's not a lot of people watching anymore. I don't know why they dropped off watching, but I'm going to definitely stop making videos if no one's going to be watching it. So I can definitely do something else with my time, right? But I guess they could find this free somewhere else. I doubt it. I know for a fact. I should probably charge fucking 5,000, 15,000 for even fucking with me. Period. And that's not to be arrogant, but it's to be like, to come to a point where I'm like, not feeling it no more. But in general, what the fuck? Obviously, you have to be aware of this liquidity. Number one. Number two, I said the 20th that we were going to buy up. If you have seasonality, then, this is an easy conversation. But this is the 20th right here. Pushes up. Okay. I said that I want to see Tuesday and Wednesday dip the fuck back in and to find some type of next higher low to make, and then make the low of the week there, or the second low of the week possibly, right? And then push back up. That's why I'm drawing this. Right? So what they do, they came right here. Fucking, it came right there. Very fucking simple. I'm sorry, here. Sorry, here. And what's also the logic here? Okay. It's the range from this low. I'll just take it all the way up here. You don't see 50% there? I'm not even going to fucking do another fib. You see that, right? As a matter of fact, fuck it. Let me do it. All right. Shy of the 60, right? Whatever. No big deal. Does it mean it's not going to come back down again? But what did I say? So if you look at the seasonality, man, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd even are pulling back. Then the 24th, okay, or 25th, we start really pushing back up for these equal highs. I can't do it any better than that or time it, but what it is. So there's so much to say in this video, and it's irking me to know that I have to even talk about this when no one cares. So, all fucking 8 of you that watched it yesterday, it's like, really? Are you joking? But you know what? I'm gonna clown on you motherfuckers anyway. So let's do it. Uh-oh. My keyboard is losing power. 1 second. Okay. All right. So what did I tell you yesterday? I said that if we came this low, we'd probably want to make another low and sweep this shit, right? And come into that imbalance that I drew, right? They had that breakout level in the green and so on. This is that first imbalance from fucking, I don't know, Monday. Was it Monday? I think it was Monday. Jesus. Annoying. Yeah, Monday. Um, so you got a classic bearish day. I mean, it's like there's nothing else to think about. Do you know what a classic bearish day looks like? And I'm sure you do. I'm not saying you don't, but you have to understand what that possibility looks like. So Tuesday, something I also forgot to mention on Tuesday, that when we rated that high first and came back in and it closed like that, it's very possible that's a reversal candle or the second candle of the swing. Just like this shit right here. Just like when we dropped our hair. So you have a candle one there, candle two there, and candle three of a fucking swing. That candle popped up and popped right back in. So obviously now we're talking Wednesday. Fucking Wednesday can be a classic bearish day, and that's exactly what it was. So, this is not like, this shouldn't be surprising to you that we even came down there. Guess what? If it is, then you have no idea what you're doing. Number two, you're not loose like water, like what Bruce Lee says. And number three, you're just really lost and maybe marrying this all time high, right? Which you shouldn't be, right? And again, I don't look at this as maybe the double top of forever. Look, okay, relax. In general, this was a big push up, an easy push up, right? All you had to do was buy it. You could see that. And that range from here to here, right? Okay, so what am I doing here? If I'm bullish, why am I fucking selling this here? I told you guys specifically yesterday. Again, there was only 8 of you, so the rest of you won't know. But it's very clear to come down and raid it. You at this point, when you see the price action coming down here, pops down here, doesn't take that low, but comes all the way back and squeezes that low, comes all the way back. You know that shit is in a hunting stage. All right, it's just consolidating more on the 4 hour, but it's really, you're not really getting the raid, but what's it called? I think you got the raid with ES. I don't give a fuck. I gotta go because I'm over this. But just to be real with you, like, where is this level right here? Where am I selling it from? Look where my entry is damn near almost, right? It's 50% of this gap, right? And what are we doing here? We had already tagged that first imbalance on Monday again right here, right? So, anyways, pop up and nice overbought. And the key is understanding. Look at these lower highs; they're weak on the RSI on the 15-minute and the 5-minute. I'm gonna go on the 5-minute. I'm gonna teach you something because you're gonna have to have experience on your own using this. For all these years, like, right? So, like, but you notice? Look at the 5-minute right here. You see how they're all low right here? They're not up here. They're all. This is a very big signature of weak price, right? And they're stagnating it on that on purpose. I'm aware of that. All types of things too, just so you know. But point is that coming in here, you're not getting that. See this buy right here? I said it was either going to buy from above or below. Okay, well, that's a general statement, right? Doesn't mean that it's not going to come lower, and then come back up. But it's not on your time frame, dude. So, it's just over. I'm over. I'm super over this for real. But on the positive side, you can be a part of a lot of moves that can happen. Not saying all of them. I'm saying that you can still be part of logic. And in a classic sell day, what does it fucking look like? It's a sell by sell day. So I'm already selling this here and I'm trying to get underneath here. I end up fucking up the way I squeezed it. And then it ran again. Okay, cool. That logic was great. Guess what? We came right in. Oh, look at that. Now we're sitting here at the bottom and a new low, and we are tagging that breakout level of last week. Do you think that's a coincidence that I sold from here and then I get to here and I buy from here? Yeah, you see this? Squeeze a little too tight. It was supposed to be on a 5-minute. I made a mistake. I did that mistake twice today. You're always gonna make mistakes. You're always going to take losses. The best loser wins. I know sounds cliche, but this is the way it is. So, anyways, man, you can see first imbalance right there. Change the delivery right there. You can see I'm trailing it up. Where am I taking this buy to, man? Where do you think I'm taking this buy to? I got a circle here. I would love to get there. I had the all-time high. I'd love to get there. But what the fuck have I been saying these past days? You got to take your profit. Who cares? Who cares? I just caught two moves. The first fucking two moves of the day. What is this? This a dump and pump? Or it's a sell, buy, and then roll over for another sell. I don't know what's going to happen, right? But I knew this sell was going to come and take these lows out. All right. And then after taking those lows out, motherfuckers is selling here because this was actually pretty easy. Right? It was. So it took the buy up. Three drives. 1, retraces. 2, retraces. And I'm getting that 3, trying to squeeze up to get there. I'm measuring just the bodies because I need to do that for refinement. And I wanted to see if we can get above here. Guess what? We didn't. That was the high of the session. Right there. Right? But guess what? I took it out. Now I got this bullish imbalance right here. This possibly can be an inversion. Let's take a look at what I do next. This is jump rope for me. Jump rope. I have to figure out I have to see what the direction is going to be. If I'm going to continue playing this game, guess what? You get an inversion here. It holds. That's the 930. Breaks right back down to that bearish inversion to the tick, taps it, retraces back to the settlement. Look at these are not random places. That's also a breakout area. They set that on purpose, right? Do I know what's going to buy or sell from here? I have an idea it's going to sell from here, but why don't I let them show me where it's going to go? Does it go up? No. It comes down. Comes underneath the first imbalance. That's perfect. Look at that. I'm stagnating this, by the way, on purpose. Didn't I tell you yesterday that we could come into here? Very fucking clear, right? So, okay, if that's the case, let it. Okay, it comes in here. See this? Pops in. You can see 50%. Fucking nailed it right there, right? See that? All nested right there. And you can even use this down wick. Go do the research. You can even use the wick right there. Look at the body sitting right there of that wick. So it shoots down, right? And it's coming down. It blows right past the 25. Big sign of a very deep move. Coming to the 50 here. Playing around right there, right? Sells, like right there. Sells right there to the tick right here, okay? And then rushes. Where? I fucking told you that this is a high possibility. Now, guess what? You have to be able to know the flow here. You know it's bearish day. Isn't that a lower low and a lower high? The flow is up here. Low, lower high. Internal low, internal high. And then you start to get it up. So this pushes, this wick that pushes down, by the way, the wicks are important, pushes down and it's just a wick and it popped up. That's a lower high here. See that? Look at the bodies. Can't even sit inside it of the present price action, right? I knew that. I understand that. But I'm already, let me be very clear. These two moves, I'm actually done. I don't need to fucking trade. Period. Right? In this, whatever. So guess what? It runs down to where? Comes to the gap. What do we do? What do we have to the left side of this? In general speaking, we have that opening range gap from Monday that is completely empty. Remember that, right? So I understand. I'm playing jump rope. I'm in the flow. It's okay. This move is down. Guess what? It's a lower low. Where's my lower high? I'm buying this. Look where I buy it. Look where I buy it. To the fucking tick, damn near. Okay, well, how did I do this? Well, it's getting a deep retracement with sealing this inefficiency here, right? Number one. Number two, you're inside this present week, right? Gap. Okay? Look how it doesn't hit the 50 on purpose. Don't you know I know that? A little oversold right there. Guess what? This little finale candle, it opens and literally I'm buying the next 15-minute candle. See how the next 15-minute candle? This is the 10:45 15-minute candle. Shoots down. That's the wick. See that? See how the bodies here are sitting? The previous 15-minute candle, see how it's sitting at that quadrant right there? See that? The next one is reaching in, right? -2 standard deviation. By the way, Here's the 50% of that opening range gap of Monday. And just fucking turns around and buys. You call it luck. It didn't dip any lower. It didn't hit the 50. Imagine if it hit the 50 on purpose. Wouldn't that be too perfect? Right? But guess what? Any Joe Schmo that sees a gap, that doesn't know gap theory, what we teach, doesn't mean that he understands the rest of all of gap theory. He might understand that this is a fucking regular gap and it's the weak gap. No one invented that. This is just it's there, right? But they did this on purpose. Why? Because now you have this breakout area very clear. Remember, we broke through that breakout level right there, right? So easy selling right there, pushing right through. When I'm buying this, where am I going to it? I'm going right to the breakout area. What did I do? Did I hold it for the fucking moon? No. Guess what? This is without anything on the chart. Logically, I'm taking it to here. I'm squeezing it. Guess what I do when it gets there? What do I understand at this point? You tell me. Guess what? You tell me, what do I understand at this point? Pause the video. What do you think I understand at this point? See if you figure it out. That it's a bearish day. Number one. Number two, that's a lower high. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. What do I expect? Another lower low. What else do I notice? There's no body here. There isn't a body, a daily candle body there. I say this all the time. I think I mentioned this in the past, whatever days, right? There's no body here, but whatever. What does that most likely mean? Look at the 1 hour chart, especially. When they're giving you these big stupid wicks, this is also showing you that we're going to come back and fill those wicks with bodies. Why? Because it's a classic bearish fucking day. So when this happened, let me come back. When this happened, this was a wick on the, I don't have the 1 hour chart here, but okay, even before I get there, just look at this wick right here. Look at this 15-minute wick right here. When we bought up, all right, could it have kept going? Yeah, sure, absolutely, right? Because it did a raid and could have called it a consolidation, but I just knew that it was a bigger retracement. That's why on this video, I said expansion already in motion, all-time high, then retracement, or retracement now. The video yesterday that I made, okay, is the retracement done? I'm very clear in my title. Is the retracement done? If so, then we have an expansion maybe next. Maybe next. Does it mean I was fucking married to it? Guess what? This lets me know what's the result. It's still a retracing. Anyways, with this wick here, you see we come right back into it, right? So I didn't sell from here, and I don't want to be that guy that ends up fucking shooting up, right? Whatever. Okay. Show me his hand. Now, when I fucking sold this, how I got into this was because of this, we hit this level here, and then we're fanning here, and then immediately pushing through. I understand that now these motherfuckers who just bought, who was that? Me. Me. Right? It's pushing down. What am I doing here? Well, you got that. Remember, I have this daily imbalance stagnated on purpose. So you got the 50% right there. See that? See how we come above it here? And I was just buying from it, by the way. So I allowed it here. See this? I'm going to let that sit for a second. So it was bouncing here, right? And then it came up here, right? So when I'm selling here, I know that I can sell it to the 50%. But forget all that. Forget anything on the chart. If it was just a naked fucking chart and just candles, I'm going for a new low. Why? Number one, it didn't hit that 50. Number two, look to the left. There's liquidity right here underneath that. And this guy. All right, so algorithm looks at the previous 2-3 days, right? Okay, when I took this sell, I was squeezing. I'm trying, and by the way, it was a little bit difficult to watch different screens and this and that, but I'm trying to trail it, right? And what happened? I prematurely put it here and I tried to screenshot the shit, which is so stupid. I was supposed to let this sit on a 5-minute. And that's what I was doing, but I fucked up. And let me go to a 5-minute just so you can see it. This is a 5 minute, right? Yeah. This guy right here. I was supposed to put it on top of this guy and then let it roll through. All I was trying to do was take it from here to underneath this low. That's it. I wasn't trying to hold it to here. None of that, right? None of that shit. And I fucked up. And I put it too tight. It's a 1 minute chart. And that's why I was supposed to put it on a 5 minute. And what I ended up doing, it poked up. And I was supposed to put it on a 5 minute candle instead of using it with the 1 minute. Okay. So just a mistake. Well, what can I tell you? And then, sure enough, okay, what happened? Price. That was this fuckery here. Remember? See this? This is where I ended up accidentally getting stopped out. So stupid. Anyways, pops down here. Makes a low, a lower high, and a low. Right there, this is an easy buy. Why? Because now everybody wants to short this, but they don't understand simple flow. Lower high, lower low. Lower high, lower low. Lower high. You want to come in, didn't just sell from where I was at easily. So you'll see this pattern very easily a lot right here. This low, lower high, lower low, right? What it'll do is it'll ram that because people are selling here. They're hyping to sell here. All right. And then what it does is it pulls back into the range, just into this guy right here. I ain't even going to get into too much detail, but guess what? Here is here. The 50. So we came outside that. We came back to that's resistance, right? This is resistance. So that's what that lower high is. Okay, cool. I don't know what's going to happen here, but could I have took this buy here? Yeah. Could I have took this out here? Yeah. But guess what? Let it, I'm playing jump rope. Let it do what it's got to do. I'm over. It was great moves. So it's keeping me in the market, staying around. I want to go on fucking lunch. And sure enough, I end up going on lunch. And then I end up taking this buy right here. Because why? We stretched. Now I got this. Now remember the conversation I said about this imbalance here on the 4 hour. Whatever. Remember I said that it would stay empty if we're really bullish. Well, guess what? We were really bullish, right? We're still bullish, but what I'm saying is that they came into that guy, right? See that? So that's a balanced price range, even if you look over here, right? Point is that there's liquidity right above that bearish imbalance. So I'm watching them. Look at this shit here. This is why I don't give a fuck. I don't have to stay in the market or fuck with them. But they end up, here. Look at the opening week gap. Okay? Right there. We come underneath it. Play around. Come above it. Come above it. Come underneath it. Underneath it. Do you know where that's sitting at, right? If I drag this over, I don't even need to, bro. You should know this already if you watch the channel. But there's 50% right there. It's tagging it. It's right here, right? There's an imbalance right there. Breakout level right there. Point is, fucking out of nowhere, 12:30, they shoot it down. Like, oh, wow. Imagine a motherfucker trying to buy this. Why? Because they're hyping to buy. Everyone's hyping to buy. I don't give a fuck. I'm not hyping to buy, even though I'm taking buys, right? But logically, look, slam it down, seal that, right? And then, anyways, right away, one candle pushes down, two candles low, three. That's like a three drive in a sense. Right away, super oversold. This is bold face, extended as fuck. This was easy if you were in here selling. Okay, what am I doing with this simple trade? What am I doing here? This candle closes. This candle pushes down. It's bold face. Then it crosses over. It crosses over. All right, now it's a bullish candle. I'm entered. This is a momentum entry, in a sense. What am I doing? I'm just taking it up here. Why? Okay, lower low, lower high. You use a fib here. All right, that's a 50. Put this fib here. That's a 61. Maybe 70, but 61. I'm just guessing. Lower low to lower high to lower low. Where's 50? Where's 50 of this fucking range? I mean, just fucking eyeball. So I push it up. I'm getting above that 50, right? I allow it to dip in, and then I'm trying to trail it back up. Okay, and it's done, and it's over with, and I'm not fucking with these people. Okay, what did they do from there? So why is this a 5 minute? All right. I can't do this anymore, bro. I'm just frustrated doing long videos. No one's watching. So, You know what? Whatever. But, okay, stopped out right here. What does it do? Shoots again, right to tag that bitch, which I knew they were going to do it, dude. Just to get this, just to be fair. All right, tag it. And what is happening here? Same idea here and here. It's a lower high. Get some drives up. Why do you think they squeeze up like this? Why do you think they keep doing that? Because they know motherfuckers is trying to sell it. So they're not making it easy, right? So what does it do? Comes back underneath that gap. That's an all week gap right there, right? Okay. On the 1 hour, this guy right there. Let me draw it. I'm just a little like hurt that, motherfuckers ain't even watching this. Like, what? Fuck off. Hey, go pay somebody 5 racks. Go pay somebody hundreds of dollars a month. You go do that. To go watch someone tell you how to trade. Anyways, what does it do from here? Makes a new low. All right, comes low. Look at this. Low, lower high, lower low. Now motherfuckers is hungry to sell this. Pop it up. Right? And then this is that maybe higher low. But what's happening over here? The next 4 hour candle. Was I playing with these people anymore? No. You have to walk away sometimes. This was a great buy. Easy buy. And I told myself, I understood that all of this was going to happen if it looks the way it looks. So I took it here and I said, I'm fucking done. I don't give a fuck. Right? Kemsa makes another lower low. Just the example I gave you with this lower low, lower high, and then pops. Well, it does make a high and then a higher low, and then it shoots up. That's one way it could get delivered. Here's one way too. Low, lower high, lower low, and it just pops straight through. All right, we got the first imbalance of the PM session right there. All right. This ends up using as support back to this 15-minute. Not sure why this is not sitting on the 15-minute. Okay. And then a little shift of structure. Retraces back deep. Where? Back to that low. Oh, that's such a coincidence, isn't it? You got an imbalance right there. Last down candle right there. X marks the spot. It's just now the shift. Now they're going to reach. What do you think they're going to fucking do here? Well, if they're done pushing down, what do you think they're going to do? They want to wipe out all this, don't they? Easily, right? Especially that guy. And that guy. Why? Because it's underneath the gap. So anyways, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Nice scalps right here. If you're holding it, great. This is it. Might be the great buy for the next move. But I do understand that this could leak into tomorrow, and we might not make a new high this week. I don't fucking care. Point is as of now, this was a bearish day, right? And we pop up, and we make another high. We come back. I'm not even drawing nothing, just so you know. Look at the first imbalance. Look how all the bodies are sitting literally inside it. Yeah, wicks outside. Yeah, you could use this inversion here. I'm not going to draw it. And coming right for this liquidity run right here. All right, I got to move forward and I got to go. VIX was telling it all as well. I can't even compare it next to each other, so I'm not even going to do it. But you'll see. Go do the research. I have this on a 2-minute, by the way. I let it sit on a 2-minute, but you can see where my lows and my highs that I buy or sell, they're very in line with this. You'll see. Right? I can't even show you. I can't even go there. But see that 12:30 candle? Pink. I can't do it. I gotta go. And then we had lower high here with Dow. We had a higher high here with Nas. All right, this is why I should have sold that. Right, but whatever, it is what it is. I wanted to see what was going to happen. I didn't want to be that asshole that it just fucking runs right through, right? So you gotta wait for more information, right? I'm moving forward. So again, they made a new high. This was the example that I gave originally. Dow did it. See that? Pop up, then retrace back in. Doesn't it look fucking exactly the same? Pop up, retrace, right? All right. And we knew that we were on an overbought, so I hope you're not like thrown off. Because maybe people are watching me and they're like, man, you don't fucking show the trades anymore. I don't gotta fucking show nobody's shit. First of all, okay? Stop being entitled. Number two, I don't know. Oh man, he was wrong. It went up first. Man, listen, you'll never make it in this business. Never. Promise you. Never. If you think like that. Look at this. Classic sell day. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. That's awesome. This right here. Pretty smooth, right? And yeah, coming back into range. Overbought we were, and we're coming back to an oversold. I'm not saying it's done selling. I'm just saying, here's all right, popped in. All right, and came deep, took out that low as well. Yesterday's low and the previous day low of that. This is very specific levels. Right? Do you have them on your chart? They're on mine. Do you even have this gap on your chart? I doubt it. I doubt it. Anyways, but so once we made this high and this low, and then we broke, it's a high resistance form. But just so you know, this is what I see too. I gotta fucking go. I don't care if you don't care. I don't care if you think I'm annoying. I don't care if you don't fucking like me. You can go fuck yourself. Straight up. Because I'm good, player. So I still see that, right? Like I still see the retrace and then a push up, but anyways, body sitting at 50% of this inversion. I'm not drawing any of it. I don't it's all good. You don't need to. This was a lot easier. Lower low, lower high. And then now, if we had price action like this, it would have been easier for me to take the sell. But for us, it was just more difficult. And what is the what is the other logic of what I've been talking about? I was talking about a suspect that Nvidia and all these other assets were down here, right? But we're still up there, right? So no bodies here. I mentioned that we only had bullish bodies. We didn't have any bearish bodies at all. So it was very logical for the price to come down. Hey, and whatever. This business is so toxic. Teaching, talking, internet. Ugh, it really is. It makes you just not want to do this publicly. I'm good just doing it by myself, but point was to help people. But anyways, right at that open in the 4 hour. Oh, 32 fucking minutes. So at this point, and okay, so here's the thing. We're getting a closure on that body, right? That was the other factor. We're closing, sealing up that gap. Fine. The problem is, okay, so back to the seasonal data. You know, we should be pushing back up either today, tomorrow, or the next day. I know that doesn't sound like sexy or anything, but I don't know what to tell you. So, I don't want this to be a reversal now, because if this is the phase of a reversal, right? So expansion. If we're bearish, okay, anyways, whatever. So let's put it this way. How can I put this? If it wants to come up here, maybe not even higher, and make a new low, okay, cool. It wants to get maybe these guys right here. All right. And then pop up. I'm going to just still stick with being bullish, okay? I'm not going to say that we're, it's the end of the world here still. I mean, I don't see, I see the next quarter of 26 maybe, turning around, okay? But until then, I think we're pretty much bullish. So this is an option here because these guys were fucking suspect, right? And doing that, right? If not, and that's it. There's nothing else I can say. There's nothing else. There's nothing else I could say here. I also I had so I had this measurement from there to there, but I can also adjust this. and see if maybe this is this looks good here. All right, see that? See how we came into a 101.5 right there? You see this, right? God, this is hard to see. Just gonna move it over. See the -1 right here? See how when I bought it, it was inside this bitch? And then see the 101.5? All right, and then we blow through. We get to this 2 to 2.5. Then we come a little bit lower, but body's pretty much sitting there. Whatever, however you wanted to fucking use it. Oh, you know what? Let me see this on a 1 hour. Damn, man, I cannot keep making long videos, bro. This sucks. This feels like work. Like, and I'm fucking up my shit because I gotta go and be ready to go to the fucking gym. It's irritating, dude. For 8 people, and I appreciate you, 8 people that watch is great, but at the same time, it's like, yo, man, there's gotta be some type of gift for me, man. But what was I just doing? I can't even remember. Oh, yeah. So, mm, I do like that. I do like that. Yeah. It looks good here. But that's the thing. Do they want to really dip in again? I don't. Oh. Because if they do and they come down, then maybe we are in a more serious situation. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I look at this as a push up, retrace, push up, retrace, push up, retrace. After that, you expect an expansion, right? So we'll see. I'll just leave that for there. You guys take care. God bless.